ዳሽን ቢራ ከተዋቂውና ከአንጋፋው የእንግሊዙ የአርሴናል የእግር ኳስ ቡድን ጋር ለ3 ዓመታት የሚቆይ የአጋርነት ውል መፈጸሙን አውጇል። ዳሽን ቢራ ፋብሪካ መስከረም 14 ቀን በኢንተርኮንቲኔንታል ሆቴል በሰጠው መግለጫ ላይ እንዳስታወቀው እንግሊዝ ሀገር ከሚገኙት ዱዌትና ቫሳሪ ባለአክሲዮኖቹ ጋር በጋራ በመሆን ይህን የአጋርነት ትብብር ያደረገው የአርሴናልን ላቅ ያለ የእግር ኳስ ደረጃና አገር ውስጥ ያለውን ሰፊ ድጋፍ ከግምት ውስጥ በማስገባት አንጋፋውንና ስመጥሩውን የአርሴናልን ቡድን ወደ ኢትዮጵያ አምጥቶ ለአገሪቱ የእግር ኳስ እድገት አብረው የሚሰሩበትን እድል ለመፍጠር እንደሆነ አሳውቋል። የዳሽን ቢራ ስራ አስፈጻሚ ሚስተር ዴቭሊን ሃይንስወርዝ አርሴናል ዓለም አቀፍ ተቀባይነትና ከፍተኛ የቴክኒክ ደረጃ አንጻር የአጋርነት ትብብር ውል ስምምነቱን እንዴትና ለምን ፋይዳ ሲባል እንደፈጸሙት ጥሪ ለተደረገላቸው እንግዶችና ለሚዲያ ባለሙያዎች ይፋ አድርገዋል። የኢትዮጵያ እግር ኳስ ፌዴሬሽን ፕሬዝዳንት አቶ ጁነዲን ባሻና የቀድሞው የኢትዮጵያ ብሔራዊ ቡድን አሰልጣኝ አቶ ሰውነት ቢሻው በክብር እንግድነት በተገኙበት በዚህ የመግለጫ ስነ ስርዓት ላይ ዳሽን ቢራ ፋብሪካ ዘመኑ የደረሰበትን ከፍተኛ የቢራ ጠመቃ ቴክኖሎጂ ያለውንና በአይነቱ በዓለም አቀፍ ደረጃ ሶስተኛና በአፍሪካ ቀዳሚ የሆነው በደብረ ብርሃን የሚገኘው አዲሱ ፋብሪካው ከአዲስ የቢራ ምርቱ ጋር በቀጣዮቹ ጥቂት ሳምንታት ውስጥ ወደ ገበያ በመምጣት ስራ እንደሚጀምርም ተበስሯል። ውድ የድሬቲዩብ ተመልካቾቻችን የፕሬስ መግለጫ እንድትከታተሉት እንጋብዛለን።
በመጀመሪያ እንግዶቻችን ጥሪያችንን አክብራችሁ ስለመጣችሁ በዳሽን ቢራ ስም ከልብ እናመሰግናለን። እንግዲህ የምንጠብቃቸው እንግዶች ስለነበሩ ግድ መገኘት ያለባቸው ያው የተለመደ ቢሆንም በሰዓት መዘግየት በጣም ከልብ ይቅርታ እንጠይቃለን። ስለዚህ ዳሽን ቢራ ዛሬ እዚህ ቦታ ላይ ከአንጋፋው የአርሴናል የእግር ኳስ ክለብ ጋር ያደረገውን ኦፊሻል የቢራ ፓርትነርሺፕን አስመልክቶ እዚህ ጋዜጣዊ መግለጫ ለመስጠት ነው እዚህ የጠራናችሁ። ይህንንም ጉዳይ አስመልክቶ ቀጥታ ወደ ፕሮግራሙ ነው የምንገባው። ፕሮግራሙን እንዲጀምሩልን የዳሽን ቢራ ዋና ስራ አስፈጻሚ ሚስተር ዴቭሊን ሃይንስወርዝን ጋብዛለሁ። Please just I will invite Mr. Devlin Hainsworth for just opening the program.
The President of the Ethiopian Football Federation, Mr. Junadin Basha, His Excellency the British Ambassador, Mr. Greg Dorey, members of the media, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this special press conference hosted by Dashen. We're here today to announce some exciting news for football development here in Ethiopia. As you are aware, or I hope you are aware, in the next few weeks, the new Dashen brewery at Debre Bahan will start making and selling beer. This is a state-of-the-art brewery with cutting-edge technology. Indeed, it is the first of its type anywhere in Africa. Simply, therefore, it is the start of a new era for Dashen, and indeed for our consumers, who will now have both the same best quality Dashen, but importantly, available whenever and wherever they wish. We're, of course, excited about that, but it is not the only reason that we have brought you here today. To mark this bright new future, our overseas owners, that is Duet and Vasari, have contributed an additional surprise. They have, based on their existing relationship with the football club, secured an exciting and groundbreaking partnership deal with Arsenal Football Club. So from now, from this very moment, Dashen is now the official beer partner of Arsenal Football Club in Ethiopia for the next 3 seasons. The partnership is very exciting for many reasons, but let me share just 3 of them with you today. Firstly, it is very good news for football development in Ethiopia, especially at the grassroots level, because several times each season, Arsenal and Dashen will bring to Ethiopia both Arsenal coaches and Arsenal legends to work with the Federation to develop local coaches and local playing skills. Now, I think we all know that Arsenal play a very pure, passing and skillful game of football. And imparting some of those skills to coaches and to players at the grassroots level can only be good for football development in Ethiopia. Secondly, it's good news for consumers, it's good news for football fans here in the country, because it will help bring the English Premier League, whom Ethiopian supporters are so passionate about, closer to the fans here in the country. We also know that Arsenal have a huge fan base here in the country, and the partnership will bring to life many elements, not just for Arsenal fans, but for all fans, because we will have fantastic consumer experiences, we will have promotions, we will have different platforms, including digital, and of course, those Arsenal legends will come here to Ethiopia over the course of the next 3 seasons, some every year. Finally, it's good news for Dashen and for our consumers, current and new. Our purpose is delighting consumers, enriching communities, and enhancing Ethiopian progress. And you know, this partnership between Dashen and Arsenal ticks all of those boxes very well. It will also bring Dashen closer to consumers and closer to beer drinkers who love football. And indeed, there are a few in the country. So in conclusion, I think I'm correct in saying that this is a perfect partnership in terms of what both brands represent. That is quality and societal marketing. It will benefit both those brands, and it will ultimately benefit football development in Ethiopia. So it is a win, win, win. Thank you.
በጣም እናመሰግናለን ሚስተር ዴቭሊን። ቀጣዩን ንግግር የሚያደርጉልን የፋብሪካችን ምክትል ዋና ስራ አስፈጻሚ አቶ መክብ አለሙን ጋብዛለሁ።
የተከበሩ አቶ ጁነዲን ባሻ የኢትዮጵያ እግር ኳስ ፌዴሬሽን ፕሬዝዳንትና የዕለቱ የክብር እንግዳ፣ የተከበሩ ሚስተር ግሬግ ዶሊ በኢትዮጵያ የእንግሊዝ አምባሳደር፣ የተከበራችሁ ጥሪ የተደረገላችሁ የሚዲያ አካላትና የስፖርት ቤተሰቦች፣ ክቡራትና ክቡራን እንኳን ደህና መጣችሁ ለማለት ወዳለሁ። እንዲሁም በዚህ ሁላችንም በሚያስደስት ዜና ላይ ለመታደም ለመጣችሁ ሁሉ ምስጋናዬን አቀርባለሁ። እንደምታውቁት በቀጣዮቹ ጥቂት ሳምንታት ውስጥ ደብረ ብርሃን የሚገኘው ዳሸን ቢራ ፋብሪካ የምስራች የሆነውን የመጀመሪያ ምርቱን ይዞ ወደ ገበያ የሚገባ ይሆናል። ይህም ፋብሪካ በአሁኑ ወቅት ዘመኑ የደረሰበትን የቢራ ጠመቃ ከፍተኛ ቴክኖሎጂ በመጠቀም የሚያመርት የቢራ ፋብሪካ ነው። ፋብሪካው በአይነቱ በዓለም አቀፍ ደረጃ 3ኛ ደረጃ ላይ የሚቀመጥ ሲሆን በአፍሪካ ደግሞ ቀዳሚውን ስፍራ ይይዛል። ይህንን ፋብሪካ ወደ ኢትዮጵያ ለማምጣት በመቻላችን ደስታና ክብር ይሰማናል። ለዚህ ላበቁን ክቡራን ደንበኞቻችን ያለንን ታላቅ አክብሮት ልንገልጽ እንወዳለን። ይህ ፕሮግራም ለዳሸንና ለዳሸን ምርት ተጠቃሚዎች የአዲስ ዘመን መባቻ ሲሆን በአሁኑ ወቅት እነዚህ ደንበኞቻችን በፈለጉት ጊዜና ቦታ ይህንን ከፍተኛ የጥራት ደረጃ ያለውን የዳሸን ምርት በበቂ ማግኘት እንደሚችሉ ለማረጋገጥ ወዳለሁ። የዚህ አዲስ የቢራ ፋብሪካ መምጣት አንዱ የምስራች ሆኖ ያለ ዛሬ እናንተን እዚህ ቦታ ላይ የጋበዝናችሁ በዚህ ምክንያት ብቻ አይደለም። እንግሊዝ ሀገር የሚገኙት ዱዌት እና ቫሳሪ ባለአክሲዮኖቻችን ይህንን እጅግ ብሩህ የሆነ መጻኢ ጊዜ የሚዘክረውን በዓል ለማክበር ተጨማሪ አስደናቂ የሆኑ ነገሮችን በአስተዋጽኦ መልክ አበርክተዋል። በእርግጥም እነዚህ አጋሮቻችን በዓለም አቀፍ ደረጃ የላቀ ስፍራ ከሚሰጣቸው የእግር ኳስ ክለቦች መካከል የአርሰናል ክለብ እውነተኛ ወዳጆችና ቀንደኛ ደጋፊዎች ሲሆኑ ይህንን ታሳቢ ማድረግ ካለን የጋራ የሥራ ስምምነት አንፃር ብዙ የክለቡ ደጋፊ ወደሚገኝበት ኢትዮጵያ አምጥቶ ለሀገሪቱ እግር ኳስ እድገት አብሮ የሚሰሩበት ሁኔታ ለመፍጠር በማሰብ ለ3 ዓመታት የሚቆይ የአጋርነት ውል ከአርሰናል ክለብ ጋር የፈጸሙ መሆኑን ስናሳውቅ ደስታ ይሰማናል። አርሰናል በዓለም ዙሪያ ከሚገኙ ቡድኖችና የቴክኒክ ክህሎት ከተጎናጸፉ ክለቦች መካከል አንዱ ነው። ይህም የአጋርነት ትብብር የእነርሱን ክህሎቶች ዕውቀትና የላቀ ችሎታ ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ለሚገኘው የእግር ኳስ እድገት ድጋፍ ለመስጠት የሚያስችለን ይሆናል። ለ3 ዓመታት የሚቆየው የአጋርነት ውል ከዚህም በተጨማሪ ማህበራዊ ግብይት ላይ እገዛ የሚያደርግ ነው። በአንድ ዓመት ውስጥ ለበርካታ ጊዜ ዳሽን የአርሰናል የአሰልጣኞች እና ዝነኛ ባለታሪኮች እዚህ ለማስመጣት በአገር ውስጥ ያለውን የስልጠና አሰጣጥና የእግር ኳስ ጨዋታ ክህሎቶችን ለማዳበር ከዳሽን ጋር ከኢትዮጵያ ፕሪሚየር ሊግ ክለቦች ጋር በትስስር እንዲሰሩ ያደርጋል። ዳሽንና አርሰናል ከዚህ በተጨማሪ በትብብር የእንግሊዝ ፕሪሚየር ሊግ ለተመልካቾች በቅርበት እንዲያገኙት የሚያመቻች ይሆናል። እንደሚታወቀው የአርሰናል ክለብ በኢትዮጵያ ከፍተኛ ደጋፊ ቁጥር አድናቂና አፍቃሪዎች ያለው ክለብ ነው። በዚህ የጋራ ስምምነት ውስጥ የዳሽን ገበያ በሚያግዝ መልኩ በማህበረሰብ አካላትና ሚዲያውን ያማከለ አስደሳች የሆኑ ቁም ነገሮችን ይዞ ይመጣል። ይህም ጉዳዩ ዳሽን ለደንበኞች ፍስሐ የማህበረሰብ ብልጽግናና የኢትዮጵያን እድገት ማፋጠን ተልዕኮ አንጻር በርካታ አብረው የሚሄዱ ተግባራት የሚከናወንበት ይሆናል። ይህም ክስተት ለኩባንያው ለደንበኞቹና ለኢትዮጵያ እግር ኳስ እድገት ትርጉም ያለው ጠቀሜታ ይኖራል። ይህ ፍጹማዊ የሆነ የአጋርነት ትብብር በሁለቱ የብራንድ ወኪል አካላት በገቧቸው እና ለሚጓራቸው እና ማህበራዊ ግብይት የግዴታ ቃል ኪዳኖች በቁርጠኝነት የሚተገበር ይሆናል። በመጨረሻም ጊዜያችሁን ሰውታችሁ ስላዳመጣችሁ እያመሰግናለሁ።
የአርሰናል ክለብ የሚገኝበት አገር አምባሳደር የእንግሊዝ አምባሳደር በኢትዮጵያ ሚስተር ግሬግ ጎርስ እዚህ ይገኛሉና እሳቸው አጠር ያለ ንግግር እንዲያደርጉልን ጋብዛለሁ።
Well, Mr. President, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. And I personally find it really exciting to be here at the launch of an initiative by two great British brands partnering each other in Ethiopia. I was there at the groundbreaking ceremony of the Dashen brewery's extension in Debre Birhan back in 2012, and I very much look forward to being there when the brewery itself opens in a few weeks' time. Arsenal, of course, is a purely British brand, Dashen a joint British-Ethiopian brand. We've been running for some years in the UK something that we call our Great campaign, trying to flag up the different ways in which Britain makes a great partner. And one of the slogans of that campaign is "Sport is great." We haven't actually got a slogan saying beer is great, but I think we should have as a nation of beer drinkers. It was that great American Benjamin Franklin who said that beer is God's way of showing us that he loves us and wants us to be happy. I think that beer in moderation and sport is a really great combination, and so seeing them come together today is really encouraging. There's many ways in which Britain and Ethiopia are linked. You're still our biggest development partner in the world. Our commercial links are growing all the time. We work very closely on regional security issues and global issues like climate change. But I guess if you asked most Ethiopians what it is they know about the UK, I suppose a few literary people might say Shakespeare, but virtually everybody would say Premier League football. And most Ethiopians who I think follow football support one of 4 British Premier League clubs, but far and away the leader club is Arsenal. Diplomacy used to be very much about government-to-government relations, but now it's much, much broader than that, and sports diplomacy is an important aspect of what we do. And long ago, we recognised the huge passion for and talent for sport in Ethiopia, pretty much from Abebe Bikila in the 1960s onwards. So actually, my predecessor, one of the British ambassadors at the time, was one of the small group of people, along with Haile Gebrselassie and others, who helped actually launch the Great Ethiopian Run, which we're looking forward to being staged again in a few weeks' time, and we've supported since the outset. But also the British Council has worked very much on football issues too. So they've been running a programme called Premier Skills for some years, and it's a global programme, and it's about coach development. So they've brought a number of Premier League coaches to Ethiopia to work with Ethiopian coaches and young people, and it's been combined with community development and promoting the English language, and it's been very, very successful, and it's going to run for another year. And I hope we'll be able to find some synergies between that programme and what Dashen and Arsenal are doing here. Dashen, I'm pleased to say, is one of my two favourite beers in Ethiopia, but I'm not going to name-check the other one today. So I'm really pleased that Arsenal have selected them as a partner here. I'm afraid my football team, which I follow, is Yeovil Town, and I'm much more of a rugby supporter, particularly at this time of the World Cup. But I am slowly being converted to Arsenal. I'm wearing my Arsenal cufflinks today, and now this programme has been launched, I'm going to follow them very closely from now on. So, as I say, it's great to be here. I feel really privileged and proud to see this great bilateral initiative taking place. And the embassy, the British Embassy, I hope and plan will be very closely associated with it as it goes forward. So thank you for inviting me today. Thanks for your attention.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Ambassador. ከጥያቄና መልሱ በፊት አንድ ቪዲዮ የተዘጋጀ እንድታዩ ጋብዛለሁ።
Everybody at Arsenal Football Club, I'm delighted to say that together with Dashen, we're creating the very first regional partnership for a Premier League football club in Ethiopia.
Firstly, it's good for football development in Ethiopia. We'll be bringing coaches 6 times a year to work at the grassroots level. And we all know that Arsenal play a very pure form of football. So those direct coaching interventions will be of great benefit to football development in Ethiopia.
The real focus of our partnership with Dashen will be sending some of Arsenal's very own coaches to Ethiopia to work on some grassroots programme that Dashen supports in the country.
We also know that Arsenal have a massive fan base, and there's going to be a lot of promotions, there's going to be different platforms, including digital, and in due course, I can assure you that some of the legends of that great football club will also personally come here to Ethiopia. What we're looking at here is 2 great brands that have shared values in terms of quality, in terms of community and helping community.
My question goes to David Hainsworth too. I have a couple of questions. My first question is that in your opening speech, you explained that the legends of Arsenal, the coaches of Arsenal will come to Ethiopia so that the grassroots football in Ethiopia will benefit from those visits. Given the popularity of the club Arsenal, is there a possibility to see the team here in this year's time? My second question, Dashen has a football club here in Ethiopia, the Dashen football club. Is there any relationship between the football club and Arsenal? That the deal also includes the club. My other question is that there are 2 macroeconomic areas. What would the town Dashen there? Our international ከሆነው ማህበራዊ ኃላፊነቱ ባሻገር በሀገር ውስጥ በጣም በርካታ ማህበራዊ ኃላፊነቶችን ይዞ ሲሰራ እንደቆየ ይታወቃል። በባህር ዳር ስቴዲየም ግንባታ፣ በመቀሌ ስታዲየም ግንባታ በበርካታ ስራዎች ላይ ይሳተፋል እና በዚህ በ3 ዓመታት ውስጥ የሀገር ውስጥ የዳሽን ቢራ ማህበራዊ ተሳትፎች ምን መልክ ይቀጥላሉ?
Okay, I'll take the first part that was aimed at me. Thank you very much. So yes, we're all very excited about the legends coming, and the point that we're also making is the coaches that are going to be coming over several times per year, which will also have a big impact in terms of training coaches here, passing on the type of football, and also working directly with players here in the country. So that is very exciting. I mean, I share your passion. It isn't something that we've got currently lined up, but one day to have a team here from Arsenal, be it the current team or a team of legends, I think is something that the whole country would dream about. But as yet, there are no firm plans for that. But, you know, we can dream and we can see what happens. In terms of the specific relationship between the Arsenal Football Club and the Dashen Football Club, there is no formal agreement, if you like. You know, Dashen is the official beer partner of Arsenal. We know that Dashen has a very big commitment and footprint within football within the country already. And that's why this is a very logical thing for us to go on and do. So, for example, the work that we've done around the stadia, in Bada, in Mekelle, we do have a football club that we're very passionate about. And I'm sure at some level, that Dashen Football Club, like other football bodies and coaches, will benefit from, say, the coaching interventions. But it's important to note that there is no formal relationship between Arsenal and the Dashen Football Club. The other part of your question in Amharic for Mr. Mukbib, I leave for Mr. Mukbib.
እንደሚታወቀው ዳሸን ያው በበርካታ አገሪቱ ውስጥ ባሉ የማህበራዊ ችግሮች ላይ ኢንቨስት ያደርጋል ድጋፍ ያደርጋል ይሄ የሚመነጨው መጀመሪያ ከተቋቋምንበት አላማ ተነስቶ ነው ያው ዳሸን በአገር ውስጥ ሲታይ በጥረት ኢንቨስትመንት ስር ያለ ኩባንያ እንደመሆኑ በጠር ጥረት ደግሞ ለልማት የተቋቋመ ድርጅት ነው በርካታ ከዳሸን በኋላም እየሰራቸው ያሉ ፋብሪካዎች አሉ የሚያገኘውን ትርፍ በሙሉ ኢንቨስት ከማድረግ በተጨማሪ ለማህበራዊ ግብይት ስራዎች ደግሞ ተጨማሪ ወጪ እናወጣለን ለምሳሌ እስካሁን ከሰራናቸው ስራዎች የመቀሌ ስቴዲየም ግንባታን በቀጥታ ተሳታፊ በመሆን ከ32 ሚሊዮን ብር በላይ ድጋፍ አድርገናል የባህር ዳር ስቴዲየምንም በመገንባት ከዛ በላይ ድጋፍ ያደረግንበት ሁኔታ አለ አሁን ይሄ ድጋፋችን እንዴት ሆኖ ይቀጥላል ነው ትልቅ አቅም ይዘን ነው ደብረ ብርሃንን ይዘን ስንመጣ ዳሸን እስካሁን ከተቋቋመ በ15 አመት ውስጥ አቅሙ የደረሰው የዳሸን የጎንደሩ ቢራ ፋብሪካ 1 ሚሊዮን ሄክቶሊትር ማምረት ነው ደብረ ብርሃን ሲጀምር በ2 ሚሊዮን ሄክቶሊትር የማምረት አቅም ነው እስከ 3 ሚሊዮን ድረስ ሊሰፋ የሚችል ነው እንግዲህ መገመት ይቻላል ምን ያህል ገንዘብ ልናገኝ ምንችል ምን ያህል አቅማችን ሊያድግ እንደሚችል በዛው መጠን ህብረተሰቡ ውስጥ ባለ የማህበራዊ ግብይት ስራ ውስጥ ተሳትፎ እናደርጋለን አላማችን የህብረተሰቡ ኑሮ ተለውጦ ተሻሽሎ አድገም ማየት ስለሆነ በማንኛውም ሀገሪቱ በመታደርገው የልማት እንቅስቃሴ ውስጥ መንግስት ከሚሰራ ውጪ ህብረተሰቡ በሚያከናውናቸው የልማት እንቅስቃሴዎች ውስጥ የምናደርገው ድጋፍ ተጠናክሮ ይቀጥላል ይሄን ማረጋገጥ ነው ፈልገው አመሰግናለሁ
And if I may, there's just kind of an additional perspective I'd like to give in terms of these few questions. So I'm delighted that Ambassador enjoys a bottle of Dashen, which is fantastic. I think it's worth explaining a little bit about the ownership structure. So Dashen, of course, is a very Ethiopian brand. And in many ways, because of our ownership structure, we get the best of both worlds. So we have a very significant local ownership. And really that endowment status and the link with the direct company means that a large part of every bottle that is sold, consumed, goes directly back into building this great nation, given that endowment status. And also, we have our overseas ownership of Duet and Vasari, and that brings other benefits as well, be that exposure to certain capabilities and expertise that maybe we wouldn't normally access so readily. And we've certainly seen the benefit of that in the building of our new brewery. And of course now we have this exciting partnership with Arsenal. So, you know, we are very Ethiopian, but we do have the best of both worlds given our ownership structure.
የምታነሷቸው ጥያቄዎች ካሉ እንግዲህ የሚነሱ ጥያቄዎች ከሌሉ ጥሪያችንን አክብራችሁ ስለተገኛችሁ በጣም ከልብ እናመሰግናለን።